gone. Or at least it's becoming cloudy and unimpactful. Some would say it's an unmerited favor, an undeserved gift, or it's God's open hand as opposed to his fist. And these are all close definitions, but they're still inadequate. It's like making chicken noodle soup, but you leave the broth out of it. You still got the chicken and some noodles, but you lack the part you need the most. That's grace. Without Jesus, there's an eternal hole. But before we get to him, there's more to the story. You see, grace is the apex to God's eternal glory. But if God is perfection and evil he can't even taste, and he made everything good, very good, there seems to be no need for grace. That's how we perceive it to be. But how narcissistic are we to think that God's eternal glory is dependent on me? What a futile thought and a foolish mind. Yet so many believers today want to hold that cross so divine. They want to say, the cross is for me, the cross is for me. I deserve salvation. Oh, really? Can I see your resume, please? Look, you can start with your best day. That should help your case. But even that's menstrual garments and wrapping paper. You might as well spit in Christ's face. Your best day is a disgrace, and it's utterly offensive. If it's us versus God's wrath, we're 100% defenseless. But people want to say, look, I'm a good person. I followed the rules. Check the book of Job. I guarantee you Satan and his demons are more obedient than you. They say, that's crazy. My sins aren't that bad, though. I haven't killed anyone. Check Matthew 5:21. Hatred in your heart towards someone is the same sin according to God's Son. Those are words according to Jesus Christ. It's not me just nitpicking. So those who have ears, I pray that you listen. But look, I can go on for days explaining the ways that we deserve God's judgment. You see, our lives are like clogged toilets. The stench is so pungent. I'll break it down like this. God's need for man and women are like someone with no hands needs to learn how to juggle. He has absolutely no need for our pieces. He's completed the puzzle. He doesn't even need our praises. He can make the rocks cry out. So this idea that we're so great, I still haven't figured it out. But I'll digress. My whole point was to say that God is sovereign over sin. It's all part of his glory from beginning to end. Let's get back to the who of grace. The God, man Christ, is more than words, a definition. It's the scars in his hands and the wound in his thigh. It was his blood that was poured so I could have abundant life. You see, the thorns in his head, the blood down his face, is more than the pardoning of my rebellion. It's him bearing God's full wrath in my place. See, that is grace. That while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. And this death was more than the pardoning of my sins. It was him giving me the power to walk in. So it's no longer dependent on me, but his plan. Check Ephesians 2:10. So now when you think of grace, be reminded of Jesus and the humbling fact that he has entirely no need for us. His grace is for his glory and subsequently our joy. So let's approach his throne like a brand new little girl or boy. And I hope you understand, this is just the tip of the iceberg of grace. See, it's only just begun. So let us not focus on what we can do, but on what God has already done.